channel, #MovieBae. I am MovieBae, and in this video, I'm going to be recapping and reviewing episode 2 of season 2 Pvalley, entitled 7 Pounds of Pressure. But before we get too into it though, I want y'all to drop down and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Because here on MovieBae, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. And if that's the type of content that you find yourself looking for, you might as well hit the subscribe button. Also, if you enjoy Ratchet TV, which you probably do since you're watching the show, just kidding. But if you enjoy Ratchet TV, I am also reviewing Baddies South on Zeus. And I'm going to be uploading a couple of more movie reviews since I am MovieBae, not TV show bae, but you know, I digress. I'm going to be reviewing Emergency, which is available on Amazon Prime. It's a lighthearted social commentary film, as well as X, which some of y'all probably have already heard of. It's a 70s based porno slasher film. I know, right? That sounds wild. But I will also be dropping those reviews soon, so be sure you subscribe. Now, on to episode 2. First off, we start the episode off with my homeboy, DJ Chose, period, with the thick, okay? But if you listen to the lyric, he is actually introducing us to our 2 characters to the show. That's right. We start this episode off with some auditions for the new dancers. And when I tell you they were doing tricks, honey, they were doing tricks. I'm surprised all of them didn't make it. But like Uncle Cliff said, you know, it's not a no, it's just not a right now. But our two standouts are Whisper and Roulette. So I feel like they had like an effortless chemistry. Whisper went first and she was like bomb on the pole tricks. I mean, she does like the falling, like the false falling type shit and just catch herself. And then Whisper real life, like, that I was amazed. That's the type of bitch I throw money at. And then Roulette was also doing her thing. Like I said earlier, they had effortless chemistry. So much so where they just started performing together. And at first, I couldn't tell if Mercedes was excited, like she was like envisioning how we could make money, or if she was jealous. Now, it could have been a little hint of both. So the 3 girls that make the pank are Whisper, Roulette, and Big Bone, who is played by Houston model Miracle Watts. And let's talk about work ethic real quick. When Big Bone made the pank, Mercedes was not having it. She was like, you know, these girls think all you gotta do is have a big butt and be able to shake that shit, but like, you gotta be able to gangsta walk on the ceiling as she so calls pussy. And I agree, because different strip clubs have different things, okay? Some strip clubs you go and you just see bitches twerking. Other strip clubs, like the Pang on this show, you'll see bitches actually doing tricks, okay? And I personally only throw money at the bitches who doing tricks, because if you can do what I can do, I'm not tipping you. That makes no sense. So I understand what Mercedes was saying. So Haley did too, after a little, you know, back and forth, which you should not do in front of employees. So Haley decides, you know, we're just going to use her behind the bar, all right? So I mentioned that because later on in the review, I'm going to bring Big Bone being behind the bar up again. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with the storylines that I give a fuck less about. All right, let's go ahead and start off with Andre. So Andre found out that, well, first off, he's still in Mississippi and he's living in his goddaddy's old house, who is now deceased, obviously, if y'all watched episode 1. And he finds out that his goddaddy was low-key like Robin Hood. Like, even though he was buddying with the white folk, he was real life giving back to the people in the city. So much so where he's paying $10,000 a month worth in utilities because the people of what's the damn city called? Chaka, it's something. The people in the city, they're in the town, they can't afford their own utility bills. So I really thought that was really admirable, and I did not, you know, see that character having that type of development beyond the grave. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope. We also get an inside scoop on Andre's relationship with his goddaddy and how his biological father was not supportive. So he finds his old tape or what have you, and you know, his dad's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Andre says he want to be the president. His dad said, little nigga, they ain't gonna let you be the president. It's funny on the show, but it's sad because in real life you actually have parents that be telling their kids, you can't do this, you can't do that. But Andre had someone like his goddaddy who, you know, was like, yeah, people gonna say that all your life, but the best revenge is your paper. Not just playing. He didn't say that. But basically, you gotta prove them wrong. And that kind of like ignites a fire into Andre to, I guess, do something. Who the fuck knows? I feel like he's either gonna run for mayor or whatever they have available in the city. He's gonna do something government official. You know what I'm saying? He might take his goddaddy's spot. I feel like that's what they're hinting towards. All right, let's go ahead and go on to his little girlfriend, Haley. All right. So Haley's storyline in this episode is she's having some managerial issues. All right. So back to the bottle girls. Haley, first off, y'all know I'm not fucking with Haley. Her and these goddamn pantsuits. Like, just because you put on some fucking pants, bitch, don't mean you running shit around here. Because you are the owner. Now, if you're the owner, can you let the manager be the manager? Like, she's just too hands-on for me. She's a little bit too hands-on for me, and it's really getting aggy. So, Haley decides to move the reopening up from next weekend to this weekend, aka fucking tomorrow, which is not only last minute, it's also Uncle Cliff's birthday. Okay, 40th birthday, the big 4-0. Okay, and of course she didn't know because she just fucking met Cliff 5 months ago, or like 6 months ago. But here she is, just like fucking taking shit like it's hers. You know what I'm saying? And it is financially, but like, bitch, you don't really know shit about the business for real. Like, you probably know the financial side, but you don't know how to handle shit. With that being said, the night of the reopening, because Uncle Cliff said, do this shit by your fucking self, we have the bottle girls trying to dance and compete with the strippers. So they getting tipped and the strippers are getting mad. And let's talk about that real quick. That is a real life beef. That is a real life beef between the bottle girls, not the bartenders, but the bottle girls and the strippers in clubs. So I was a bottle girl at a strip club for literally 2 weekends because no thank you. And the strippers, well, first off, most of the strippers I met were mad cool, like for real. It was really the ugly strippers, you know, the bad built strippers that had an issue with me because obviously I'm movie bae, like, period. So like, that's like a real life beef. And especially if the bottle girls don't know their position, if they don't know their roles, and you just throwing ass like you are a dancer, that's gonna have some beef. So Haley gotta nip that shit in the bud. Secondly, people not respecting her because you're not Uncle Cliff, okay? Just like that dude said, she was like, well, don't forget Uncle Cliff's rules, bitch. You ain't Uncle Cliff, shut the fuck up, basically. So, like, ain't nobody intimidated by you, sis. You in these fucking pants ain't doing shit, bitch. Secondly, I don't like Haley, y'all. Secondly, it's a fucking fire in the club. Where that came from, I don't know. But something's on fire. That just shows how much Haley not really running shit like she thinks she can run shit. Let's go ahead and hop into my favorite character, Little Murder. Okay, I don't know why I said it like that. But let's hop into Little Murder. All right, so episode 1, we left off with the Dirty Dozens tour about to be in full effect. So before Lil Murda goes on tour, he decides to go and try to personally apologize to Uncle Cliff. But Uncle Cliff is still ducking and dodging. And Lil Murda basically has to apologize through the door, okay? He can see Uncle Cliff, but Uncle Cliff can't see him. And he basically just, apologized for being a hoe-ass dude that night. And, yeah, he wished things could be different, but who knows? Maybe they can. I doubt they will, but, it is what it is. So, Little Murda's about to go on tour now. He calls up his DJ, but, like the little boy from high school, but he's in Atlanta working with Meg the Stallion. So I read, not like she's not gonna play Meg the Stallion, but she's gonna play a female rapper. But that scene was so whack to me. It was like the little hand. It was like, oh, we don't want to reveal who she is. And Meg. I watched some of like your little YouTube short videos, but that one scene, I don't know, just me dissecting that one scene, it wasn't giving Halle Berry. So hopefully that gets better. Hopefully that gets better. I'm talking about acting wise. What else happened in here, child? Oh, right. So Lil Murda also goes in the Hearst, by the way, goes to pick up somebody from prison who goes by Big T. Now, unless I missed their relation, somebody please drop it in the comments if you know their relation. But he picks up this person named Big T and from prison. And he's like some light-skinned, like, D. Ray Davis look-alike. He actually looked like one of my coworkers for real. But the part about this is when he came out of the prison, I was getting the end of Queen and Slim vibes, if y'all feel what I'm saying. Like the person who, you know, I don't know if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, the person who sold out Queen and Slim, I was getting those vibes, right? So Big T gets out of prison, and Little Murda's face kind of like, you know, he acts happy, but then obviously like when they hug and look, Big T can't see him, Murda is kind of like worried. Like he has this expression on his face like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So Big T might be like a bad influence, but you know, like when you about to make it, you want to bring your homies from the hood, but this homie might not be no good, you know what I'm saying? So that was the facial expression that I was getting from Lil Murda. Something else that I feel like is worth mentioning in this episode is the ominous like clues. You know what I'm saying? Like, first off, it's OD as fuck. Like, if y'all already know how I feel. If Lil Murda gonna die this season, one, I'm not gonna watch it anymore. But two, can you leave it up to a surprise? Like, don't drop so many Easter eggs. Because right now, I have a whole basket full, okay? So, let's go down the list of shit that is very, very fucking noticeable. One, his friend, his manager, works in a funeral home. Oh, okay. Number two, their tour bus is a hearse. Oh, okay. Number three, well, obviously, you know, like the little shot from episode 1 with people said it was the dude he beat up in season 1. I don't recall what these people look like, but he had some type of beef in the hood. We could tell he was grabbing his gun. Like, come on. Number 4. They're playing this dumbass, weird ass game talking like who's the killer. What kind of fucking random shit is that? So when the shit is random like that, it's gonna be brought back up. So this playing dead, who shot you, Tupac shit, like I'm not feeling that. Number 5, I'll get to later on in the episode. But if you are going to hint to some shit that one I don't want to happen, just stop giving us so many fucking hints, okay? But off to Lil Murda. Let's go ahead and go to his boo, Uncle Cliff, and see what he doing. Nothing. He laying in the bed. No, I'm just kidding. No, but okay. So mentioned earlier, Haley moved the reopening date from next weekend to Uncle Cliff's birthday. Uncle Cliff mentioned multiple times how he didn't give a fuck about his birthday. He don't care about his birthday. No birthday, no birthday, no birthday. So he's all sad and depressed and loathing over his birthday. And I personally can understand. All right. So I'm not a big birthday person either. Like, I love my birthday. It's Halloween, by the way. But I love my birthday. But at the same time, I be like, you know, I don't want to do anything. I don't really want to celebrate. Like, what am I celebrating for? And I used to feel that way, especially because I wasn't in a place in my life where I thought I would be, where I think I should be, you know, just basically putting timestamps on your life. And Uncle Cliff is doing the same thing. He was like, you know, I'm 40 years old. I don't even have my club anymore. I still live with my granny. Like, even though he's taking care of his granny, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like completely different. He's just obviously not happy with, and he just lost his boo, you know what I'm saying? So he's obviously not happy with where he is in life. So I can understand why Uncle Cliff is like, you know, what is there to celebrate for? So, yeah, poor Uncle Cliff. Aside from that, later in the episode, we see Uncle Cliff. No, not Uncle Cliff. We see some people outside of his house, though, with some ghost face mask on. And when I tell you I rolled my eyes... First off, Uncle Cliff, he gets kidnapped, and I knew it was going to be something birthday related, and it is. Grandma Ernestine arranged for a surprise party, and let me tell you, it's a whole vibe, okay? It's like a New Orleans skate party. Like, that shit was lit. Shout out to the culture, okay? The community. We have a cameo from Darrell, a.k.a. Mr. Where the Money Reside, Where the Money Reside, Where the Money Reside, Where the Money Reside. Okay, I love him. Like, he is, if y'all watch Bad Boys... LA, he is off the chain. But I'm happy that he's, you know, getting his little cameos and getting his little acting gig on, okay? Period. But, you know, while at that party, Uncle Cliff is trying to turn up and have fun, but he can't help but think about his boo, Lil Murda. So we get a Lil Murda lookalike. And once again, with the ominous little gun shoot shit. Like, stop hinting toward this shit. It's really pissing me off. Anyhow, Uncle Cliff gets treated for his birthday. You know what I'm saying? So he had a little bit of fun, okay? And I was not expecting to see penis. Okay, but I don't know why I'm surprised, because season 1, they were definitely all about that action. Anyhow, first off, let's talk about that real quick. I like how on this show, it's equal opportunity. Because, usually on movies and shows, they'll show, like, females' breasts and their bums and sometimes their little cuchunana. But they don't ever show the dudes, right? You hardly get to see a dude's butt. But, like, on this show, they like, nope, equal opportunity. If it's a sex scene, you seeing everything from everybody, period. All right. I'm going to try to speed this up because I just been talking, y'all. I don't have nobody to talk to about this show. That's why I do YouTube. So, let's go to Mercedes. All right. So, Mercedes is getting played by the new people. Basically, they calling her grandma. So she takes the new girls, Whisper and Roulette, to practice for that little cabaret dance for the opening night. And Whisper is doing some voodoo, psychic reading, energy, crystal type shit. Anyhow, long story short, Whisper gets a hint that something happened in this little paradise room, and Mercedes is obviously struck from PTSD. So it's opening night, and the girls are on stage doing their performance to Beyonce 7-Eleven. And when I tell you, I ain't never thought about playing this in a strip club, but they went off on this song. They went off on this song. So Whisper and Roulette doing their thing. It's time for Mercedes to have her solo, but she's being outshined by Whisper and Roulette doing their thing, okay? So Mercedes gets jealous, and she tries to compete, climbs to the highest peak of the highest mountain to try to do her final trick. Everybody's cheering for her. She goes for it, and her damn shoulder gives out, and she busts her ass on the floor, okay? I personally thought they were going to make it seem like she was going to fall, but she was going to kill that shit. But no, she almost killed herself. So, because the hospital is over capacity, Uncle Cliff and Haley takes her to go see Diamond. And the weird shit starts happening. So Diamond is apparently certified in root work and hoodoo, and yeah. So he basically gets this 7 pounds of pressure energy out of her body from pulling the trigger on Haley's baby daddy, boyfriend, ex-husband, whoever the fuck he is, who had 2 episodes last season, and now he's like the main person in this damn story. I mean, this season. It's really annoying. I hope they hurry up and get over this shit, okay? But she basically had that weight or that pressure from killing somebody on her shoulders. And Mercedes was like, you know what, Autumn? Yeah, I'm done with you. Get your shit, get out of my house, all right? But let's talk about the little spiritualistic aspect of the show. I hate it. I hope they stop. I'm not feeling that. I'm just not feeling that. And it could be because it's not my genre, my specific genre. It's not my favorite. I don't really like fantasy. I like reality. And this show is, first off, the writing of the show is not good. So the concept is really what keeps me coming back. So when you start changing the concept, it upsets me. Like, no. Please don't get too weird, because we have ghosts popping up. We have ghost face scenes. We have crystals and energy. And that sounds like, I feel like a toxic person saying that. But it's just too much at one time, randomly. And I'm just not feeling that. So I hope they really stop that shit really, really soon. Last but not least, let's talk about my girl, Crooked Letter. She reads Derek's phone about him getting another job rejection. And Derek was trying to press charges on Diamond. But obviously he couldn't do that because you assaulted him too. So fuck is you talking about? Derek also finds out that Miss Crooked Letter went to the dollar store to go see Diamond, and Derek loses his fucking mind per usual. Like, I'm just over him. First off, he looks good with his longer hair, but it's getting really redundant. He's angry, he yells. He's angry, he yells. He's never happy, he angry, he yells. We're scared, she's scared, the end. Like, I'm tired of that shit. So, I guess Miss Crooked Letter is too. She comes up with a plan, now that she know that he can't get a job, and she can, to get out the house. So, she brings her manager over. He lays out the tour for her, and she's like, nope, sorry, that's not going to work. And my man just got a new job, and da-da-da-da, we're going to get paid, so it's not going to be worth it. So after the manager leaves, Derek is like, you know what? I didn't get that job, Keyshawn. I didn't get that job. So she's like, oh no, I didn't notice. You didn't tell me. So she kind of does some reverse psychology and makes him think, I love you. I can trust you. You could trust me. We need the money. And she puts it on him real quick and knocks sexes himself to sleep so she can go on tour the next day. Now, I do want to talk about this part. When Miss Crickletter got into the hearse, by the way, she made this facial expression, this longing look into the camera. And the facial expression could mean one of two things. One, she's happy like, hey, I got out the house, yeah, and I'm never coming back. Or two, I just got into a hearse and I'm never coming back. So drop down in the comments and y'all tell me what y'all think Miss Crickletter facial expression was at the end of this episode. Do y'all think she gonna die too? Like, do y'all think everybody gonna die on the tour? Like, that's what I'm thinking. And if you kill off all my favorite characters, I'm not watching this show. Because if it's just Haley and Andre and they whack ass drama, I'm not watching this show. Uncle Cliff, Lil Murda, and even Mississippi, they are the most fleshed out characters, the most likable characters of this show. And if you killed them, well then, goddamn, you just killed a lot of views, okay? I want y'all to drop down in the comment section. What did y'all think about this episode? What do y'all think about the season? How do you like this little spiritual turn that the season's going for? Y'all let me know. Like this video if you enjoyed my commentary and subscribe for more content just like this. I'll see y'all next time. It's a date.